I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Thursday. Making our way to the weekend. So excited. Gonna get there. Get myself drunk. I do want to say a quick thank you here. If you can notice this very stylish black t-shirt I have on, just my style. It says Drink Local. You can see that it originated from these lovely ladies right there. Megan is right there, who sent this to me, and Addie, that is her 12-year-old daughter. They got a little birthday shout out from us in April. And for that, a little thanks for supporting craft beer on the Treasure Coast. Megan, former director of marketing for Republic, something like that. Sorry, I know I can't read what that is. And so she's now with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Martin County, but she sent in this great brewery shirt here.
Nice.
And it is Ocean Republic. That's cool. Ocean Republic Brewing in Stuart, Florida.
So, and you wonder, does the shirt make it cool, or does the man make it cool?
I think we all know it's the shirt, but it's a cool one. And
it is.
I love the brewery shirts still, and that's something after football season that I think the Queen and I are going to plan a weekend in the Treasure Coast to just do a brewery tour, and I think that would be so awesome.
Are we gonna have some Boston Kev, Boston Ralston vibes on this trip?
You gonna get it wet and Vero?
I'm gonna be a pirate on the Treasure Coast.
If we
and give me some booty.
If we see some fireworks due north, does that mean Ralston's getting laid?
It's firing off, baby. Look out. That's right. Right there. Okay, yeah, always excited to find a new place. Ocean Republic. Okay. I already got it in my guide. So
oh, no, your daughter's in the chat room. She goes, count me in. And then I ask if you're getting laid. And then she goes, never mind.
Yeah.
Not if it's those kind of vibes.
Well, your
Don't
daughter,
worry, Caitlin. You know nothing's going down.
a.k.a. Cockblock. Caitlin, if you go, then he ain't going to get none.
Caitlin, I ain't getting any anyway. So
damn.
I'm just doing a song and dance here.
That's a defeatist attitude.
Yeah. It's all good.
Kevin.
Honestly, not to mention a day I've been drinking all day. It's sloppy. It's like, I don't know.
You love beer dick.
Yeah. It's like,
why don't you get
I'm all bloated.
right around 2p
Yeah.
in between some beer stops, get a little frisky in the car like you used to.
Yeah, as my friend would say, get in the bushes.
Yeah, we're hitting the backseat. Like, Caitlin, drive better.
Don't take this turn so hard.
Throwing off my game.
I'm trying to give it to your mom.
Oh my gosh. Caitlin, I turned this podcast off.
Sorry, you never know what's going to walk into here. Apologize. Got some interesting emails here. Probably none more interesting than today's makeup or breakup. Girl with a guy that she loves. He's awesome, good looking. Looks like he's made in a lab. That's what she said. Funny, attentive, kind, all that kind of good stuff.
And we don't have a picture of this guy. She didn't send any pictures or video.
Yeah, I do have one.
I want to see it.
Okay.
I know you don't want to show it on TV.
Yeah, I promised her I wouldn't do that.
I want to see it.
Yeah. So I'll not show it to anybody else, but yeah, you can take a look at it.
Anyway.
Is he hot?
Yeah, he's a good looking dude.
I've got one too. I don't know if I'm supposed to show it, but I'm not.
That's him. Yep.
I'm not sure.
That's him.
That's Count Dracula, you asshole. We're trying to have a conversation.
I want to have some fun.
Yeah. So anyway, he dropped on her that he's a vampire in real life, and she doesn't know if he's trying to get her to break up with him, if he's doing some kind of troll job, like a theater performance piece.
Does he have a bet going with his boys to see how long he can get you invested in this?
Somebody dropped it. That's true. I'm going to do a search today because I didn't know that. They said that this was a challenge on Reddit like a year or so ago, that some guy had a bet with his buddies that he could convince his girlfriend he's a real life vampire.
Then you're a fuckface.
I agree.
I like playing little fun pranks and jokes and all that. When we're going 2 weeks deep,
he's not letting up.
you're not doing a prank anymore. You're a fuckface.
I agree. It feels that way, and so
So face fucking back.
No, why would you want to get in that world?
Vamp it up, girl.
Unless you love drama and you so need this. Yeah, you're right. Dress up like a vampire and play his vampire game.
Fight fire with fire. You out-vamp the vamp.
Mm-hmm. I'm going on that it's some kind of troll job thing that he's doing for the Halloween season, but it would, if he is a 10, which it sounded like coming into this, she was massively in love with this guy, it drops him to a 6.
10s don't do this shit, by the way. 10s do not do this shit unless you're Jared Leto doing some bullshit performative art.
Well,
what if he's a low-budget Leto?
A lot of times people start as 10s in relationships and they end by being a 1.
That's true.
So he might completely knock his score down with this.
But life is short. Have some fun with this. You've been given an opportunity to make fun of him. If you're the butt of his joke, and this is something for him and his boys, flip the script on this little shithead and his friends, and you get the last laugh by out-vamping the vampire.
I mean, how far does he go with it? When he walks out in the sun, he's like, oh, the sun.
She's never been with him in the sun. She said they go out at night.
No. It's not that she's never been in the sun with it, but she did say that there were similarities in many things. Like some of the stuff he said, she's like, okay, that's what she's been thinking about, because he was saying, look, whenever I sleep, I'm going to sleep during the day. And she's like, okay. So some things that she's seen in that apparently plays. The thing about she's seen steak in his fridge, which he says he does. And he says he can go out in the sun, but you know how sometimes you go out and like, it just, gosh, that sun is hot today. Like she said, his saying is that he can, but it feels like 10 times the intensity that she would feel. She said, yeah, he is pale. He doesn't go out in the sun much. And yeah, he does have weird sleep hours.
I feel like he's a vampire.
Nah, fuck this guy. He's playing mind games with her. I ain't got time for this shit. And I love goofy stuff. But you got to shut it down every now and then.
I think what happened, he was sitting with his boys. Somebody probably brought up the Reddit thing. And they all started laughing. They're like, well, dude, you sound like a vampire. And he's like, going, I'm not far off from it. And they're going, I bet you could totally trick your girlfriend to believing you're a vampire. And then that's how it began. And then I think that's totally what's going on. And he's got this thing with his guys that they were it's all a big joke. And this is what he thinks is funny.
Yeah, I think that's dicky. I think that's a dicky thing to do to somebody.
Can you say what town they live in?
Honestly,
Please.
I'm not even sure that I know, to be honest with you. I don't think that's something we talked about. They're South Florida, but I don't know specifically the town. So
I would love to just go be in the restaurant when they're in there, because I want to see what this guy's got going on.
Well, he eats raw meat.
Melissa said, there was a time you could walk into a respectable street in downtown West Palm and find at least 5 or 10 people that truly thought they were vampires in real life.
I've seen it. That is true.
Yeah.
Then you see them working at Publix stocking, and they're not in their vampire outfit.
But they're naturally odd. This guy doesn't sound like, from the description, he was naturally odd. This sounds like a guy that is trying a trolly prank piece, because he thinks if he is this good looking, he doesn't think she would break up with him, because like, well, and if she does, all right, I can find somebody else. I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I'm sold on this guy is trolling her. But Jamie says, just have fun with it.
Right.
Who cares? But to me, I'm kind of like Bert. I'm a little pissed with this.
No, Jamie, you can have fun with it for a little bit, not for 2 weeks not breaking character.
It's almost 10 days, I think.
That's not having fun with it. That's being.
It's just
and there's
annoying.
a bet, like a 90s movie.
I don't know.
No, it's bullshit.
Don't let him make you the butt of the joke, though. If you give it back to him and you get involved and you start playing his game, you may find that you have fun with all of this too, and however it ends, at least you'll get your answer. If you break up with him, you won't know what was his end game.
I think this guy sucks, pun intended, and I think this relationship really bites, Pun intended again.
They're in their 20s, which makes me feel like, because I don't think an older dude is going to do this kind of dumb shit. I
Well,
think
yeah,
this
he's
is-
not aging.
Yeah.
All right, let's get all the vampire jokes out now.
You started it, motherfucker.
I know. I can't stop. I don't want to stop.
All right. Well, we'll see. I'm not even sure if she's going to stay with him till Halloween. That was kind of it. She's.
I really want her
annoyed by it.
to. I really want to know where they go. I want to watch them. I want to do all of it.
You would really tell Mags if she comes home the same situation. Mom, he says he eats raw meat. Yeah, Mags, have fun with it. Ride it out till Halloween. There's no fucking way you'd be Mags. You gotta dump this fucking weirdo.
This girl's not my daughter.
But that's what I'm saying though. Think about it that way.
I don't think he's going to do anything bad. I think he's playing a prank, and I want to see how this plays out. If you break up with him, you might not know the ending.
All right.
All right.
We'll see.
What the fuck did I do?
What the fuck kind of end of argument is that? All right.
I don't know what to tell you. You're very pro vampire.
I am pro
She is.
playing it out. And you should be videoing all of this on your own. Do your own little video at home and be like, guys, you're not going to believe this. My man is doing this. I really liked him. I've been with him for 7 months. I don't understand what the hell's going on here. But this is part one. I'm going to drag y'all along on this because I'm on this, and let's do it together. Is he really a vampire?
Yeah, I'll email her today just because I don't know yet how she feels about the conversation and everything. And I assume she heard. I'll just find out for sure and see where she is with it. So.
Depending on what town she lives in, I may want to watch this. But if it's too far, I won't drive.
Okay.
What if you get another email tomorrow? I'm so glad you guys talked about this. My boyfriend says he's a werewolf.
I want to see him too.
Yeah.
How hot is
Oh,
he?
but we won't take that one seriously because it's a werewolf.
Werewolf is not as hot for me because it's hairy and too much hair. Go get a laser.
Yeah.
But I think vampires can be sexy.
Who would you rather? Do I have consent to ask a question?
Yes.
Who would you rather bang, werewolf or Frankenstein?
I think Frankenstein because of the werewolf hair. The hair is too much for me.
The creature from the lagoon, that amphibious one, or Frankenstein?
I think Frankenstein. The lagoon guy is too swampy. I don't want to mess with a swamp creature.
Okay, Frankenstein probably's got a big old hog.
Oh,
too.
he does. Oh my gosh.
Unless
It's got bolts in the
my
side of it.
Unless he was being just a dick when he created him. The doctor gave him the
Nah.
smallest tiny.
It's got a thumb.
He gives him micropene.
Nah. Have you ever saw that? What is the vampire spook or not vampire? The movie that they did about Frankenstein, the Mel Brooks movie.
Oh, Bride of Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, whatever it was called. Yeah, I remember he was like supposed to be a great lover in it. So
What is that called? Why can't I think of that movie?
Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein, yes.
Frankenstein.
Yes.
Yeah. Got an email here from Anastasia. She said, I was listening to your Am I the Jerk from this week, and if you missed it, it was this woman who is going to be a bridesmaid. Her brother is getting married, and so the bride's, her brother, she asked her to go on the trip to Vegas for the, I guess the bachelorette party.
Yes, I remember.
And she was cut out of the itinerary. She was told, we're going to meet for dinner. And each day, the bride and all of her girlfriends went out and did fun stuff. And she was just sitting in her hotel room, chilling or entertaining herself. And she said, you know what? You don't have to flatter me. I don't care. I'm annoyed that I wasted a weekend and all this money and to sit in a hotel room in Vegas, basically, and not do much. And so she wanted to know if she was going to be a jerk by just saying, you know what? No, don't include me. And the thought from Anastasia is interesting. She said, look, the way it is today, yeah, probably the brother forced it on his bride, said, no, make my sister a bridesmaid. And he shouldn't have done that. He should have had her on his side. You can do a groomsmaid, more and more people are doing this.
Yeah, I've seen it at the wedding I just went to. There was
Yeah.
bridesmaids and groomsmaids on both sides mixed in with each other.
Yeah, I didn't get the specific ages, but the sister, they're a lot younger. And so they're like, well, you're just older. We didn't think you'd enjoy what we're doing anyway. So, yeah, I get why she'd be annoyed. I mean, if you fly to Vegas on your own dime and then you get cut out of everything, I'd be a little pissy too.
I'd be pissy too. And then you're in the lobby and you're realizing, okay, they all went to the spa without me.
Yeah.
And, they all went day drinking without me. Like, why am I here? Mm-hmm. It would feel really weird.
Right. So, yeah, that's probably a good call. Just, you know what? Just say, hey, look, you got your bridesmaids. You're all tight. I don't want to be the odd person out. I get it. You guys have a lifetime together. Let me just be on my brother's side and we'll call it good. Or I'd just sit my ass in the pew and just watch it. I'm good. This is an interesting thing to look at here. If that was a legit world record attempt, fastest clap 77 in 10 seconds is what it was set at. This person, Karen, she went back and replayed Denny's clapping attempt for the world record Wednesday. And she said, I know you're doing it on the fly and didn't have a chance to do it. But when I looked back at it and counted it, there were 75 claps before the buzzer went off. Kevin's saying the world record's 77. So it just means Denny's was just 2 claps away from having the world record.
Wow.
Unfortunately, we looked back at the world record. It's not most claps. It's one-handed claps is what that is.
What the fuck is a one-handed clap?
I thought the same thing. He was doing something like...
What are you doing?
A one-handed clap is just
What's happening with your hands?
That's just me slapping you in the face.
Hold on, let me look.
What are you doing
He was
there?
doing like that. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, let me...
What?
Hold on, y'all. Just give me a second.
You look like someone struggling to jerk off.
That's never happened.
Hasn't figured it out. It was his first time. He hasn't figured it out yet.
Even through injuries and sickness, never struggled.
Yeah.
Never missed a day of work.
One hand clap world record. I didn't have the heart to tell you during
I'm sad you're telling me now.
Most. Okay, here we go. Yeah. It's kind of like what I was doing.
What?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh gosh.
They closed. Terrible. What is it?
I don't even know.
Is he snapping?
How would you describe that, Kevin?
A waste of time.
I have no idea what that
The
even
fuck
is.
are we doing?
It's look. Guinness supports it. This is the bullshit. Guinness supports.
I think Guinness does some dumb stuff.
Look at that.
I mean, guys, what is he doing?
Yeah, what is he doing? Great question.
That's the kind of guy, if you see on the street, you cross the street.
This is what it is. I'm gonna go slow mo, Kevin. This is how you do. This is considered a one.
Kind of like you're doing a puppet hand, like a puppet mouth
Yes, just like this.
with your hand.
You'd be going like that. Oh, that is tough. Oh wow! But you have to make sure you touch fingers to fingers.
Uh-huh.
I think Kevin should move along.
See, look. Oh.
He had more.
See, here's break it down. No, stop.
He had
Throw
more
him a life
he had
vest.
more to show you.
Damn it, you're right though. God, you're right.
I liked clapping better.
I did
mean,
too.
The one-handed clap would have been really shitty on the radio. The clapping was shitty, but the one-handed clapping on the radio would have been next level shit.
You're right. You're right. Thank God we threw an audible in
Thank
there.
God you didn't do one-handed clapping.
Thank God I was wrong.
God, that was God intervening in your bit, helping you out.
Adeline said you enjoy mockumentary-style shows like Parks and Rec or The Office, and you're a fan of vampires and werewolves. You need to check out What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, I think mockumentary means you're mocking it.
Okay.
And I don't think we used mockumentary right.
So what do you call when it's not a documentary, it's somebody reenacting it?
It's a scripted movie.
Yeah, it's made for
made for TV movie, scripted movie.
Oh, right, because like Spinal Tap is a mockumentary.
Yes.
Exactly,
Right, I got you.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
It's usually when
Okay.
you're making it's a spoof.
Okay.
Mockumentary means you're laughing about it. I don't think nobody's laughing about the Menendez brothers killing their parents.
No.
It's not funny.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know that I'm going to watch that.
Oh, Kevin kept calling it that, and I
I know.
was trying to save him.
Well, I know, but sometimes if you try to correct something on the
I know,
air,
and that's why I stopped.
It turns into a mess.
That's why I stopped, but he kept saying it.
Yeah, I would like a name for whatever you call that.
yeah,
Scripted movie.
But every
scripted.
scripted movie.
It's not a documentary movie. It's a scripted movie.
But I think there's a.
Scripted movie.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel right.
It's better than mockumentary.
Well, yeah. How about this? They both can be shitty answers.
I know mine's shitty. I know mine's wrong. Yeah, I just wonder if it has, what do you call that when they make a movie that does have a title, or is it just a fucking movie? I don't know.
I think it is a fucking movie.
No, but it's usually, but like The Deliberate Stranger. That's the movie about Ted Bundy with Mark Harmon.
It's based in fact.
It's based.
Yeah.
They've used liberties for entertainment purposes.
Okay. So anyway, what the one person is saying here is, yeah, check that one out. That is a good series if you like the vampire stuff. There's some other things that are coming our way, new things to check out. There is going to be a new Netflix special based on Jerry Springer called Fights, Camera, Action. It's going to be dropping January 7th in 2025. Now, this is going to be a two-part documentary. No recreation with this. It's going to revisit the show's 27-season run from 1991 to 2018. They're going to have insider testimonies, producer interviews, and insights from former guests revealing the darker aspects of the show and the havoc it caused.
I can't believe there was dark, sinister things going on behind the scenes of that show. Can you believe it?
You knew there had to be.
I mean, the show was literally too hot for TV.
Yeah.
It was really good.
You don't go on that show and you're shocked.
No. But
Is this
the
gonna-
new generation doesn't know it like we know it. And so
No.
I think it's actually a really smart project.
It is. The new generation is going to make us feel bad for us liking it and watching it.
Totally.
Yeah, or you'll feel guilty.
Just like they're making us feel bad about what happened to Eric and Lyle Menendez.
It's rated G for guilt, Kevin.
Okay. That's good. That'll get people tuning in. People love guilt.
It will.
They do love guilt. And shaming. You'll be ashamed if you liked it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had the videotape back in the day. Too hot for TV.
See? Damn you.
Shame me. I don't give a fuck.
And can you believe how quickly ABC got all over this? Debuting on Hulu today, Liam Payne's Final Days.
Oh, boy.
Wow, they
that
are not
was
missing a beat these
fast.
days.
Jeez.
Wow, how quick did they get that out? That's crazy.
I wonder how much they actually have.
I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of interesting little things floating around, like the fact that he was spotted with 2 sex workers on the day of his death and all those kind of things. So maybe piecing together the hours. It sounds like he was running amok in that hotel. And I think he was on his second hotel. I think he'd been kicked out of one and was on his second. So just even some of those things, if they sweep those up and put it into a little package, I think it's going to paint a more vivid picture of what kind of chaos was going on with him.
Have they even had a funeral for him yet?
I don't even, not that
I don't
I've
think
heard.
so.
I don't think we've even gotten there. I mean, ABC is so quick. They got the Hulu special out before they even had the dead body in the ground.
Wow. We live in a fucked up, gross world, don't we?
Well, we do. And you know what? That's the way it is today because people move on so fast that they know time is of the essence. People don't care about accuracy anymore.
Well,
so it
which
doesn't
is-
have to be truthful. You can make up the whole damn story.
That's gross.
It's completely gross. It's a total mess. But that's just how things go today. So it'll be interesting to see how accurate they get it. May not be at all. I guess we will find out. Got an email here. I was talking about going down to 1 meal a day. I don't know sometimes if I feel like I even need the second one. I just do out of obligation.
That's never been said by one of my family members ever.
No, huh?
Never.
Yeah, I saw that Bruce Springsteen was doing it. Chris Martin from Coldplay does it. A couple other people are kind of getting on it. And it's just the thing that, in a sense, in our society, we've always been told wrong about diet and how much we actually need.
You just rattled off 2 gaunt motherfuckers. who
Yeah,
are
these
very-
men are
this guy-
smaller than me.
I mean, they're no big. They're thin, dude.
I could probably snap Bruce like a twig.
No shit, they're on
That's
a,
good, baby.
No shit, 1 meal a day.
There is a point of too far, though. You know, you don't want to be too skinny. You want to look a little bit like a man.
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure. I mean, that's my one thing. I don't want to lose muscle and those kind of things. I don't want to do anything that's bad for my body. I want to make sure I'm getting enough nutrients in the day.
I guarantee you there's been a little body sculpting done there, too.
No, come on. That's not celebrities.
If you have any little area where there's a pocket of fat that you can't get rid of, and I think most of us do, most of us don't have a perfectly proportioned body. But if these celebrities have little area, a little love handle maybe, they can get that thing sucked out so quick and then have the perfect figure. It's easy, Kevin.
Oh, they can have it done while they're eating fresh pearls from an oyster. I was trying to think of something fancy rich people eat. That was the first.
You don't eat the pearl.
Yeah, I realized that after I said it. But you know what I mean.
I actually do not. I'm struggling.
Stacy said, Kevin, I heard you talk about eating just one meal and your concern was having enough energy or losing muscle. I've been doing one meal a day for years.
Wow.
I also take terzapatide.
Okay, that's the other semaglutide.
Okay.
Terziptide or terzapatide. I don't know how to say it, but
I'm a vegetarian and I'm a farmer. I eat whatever I want, including carbs and sugar. I don't step foot in a gym or take anything for muscle building. And this is a picture of me from a couple of months ago. I'm actually extremely self-conscious about my muscular physique. I wish I looked more normal. So there you go.
Is that a humble brag?
I think it is, but I'll take it. Yeah, she looks like she
works
out a lot.
because of her job. So
yeah, farmers
work out.
What level of farming she's doing?
That terziptide, I tried it because I like to try everything.
Okay.
And it made me a little bit more gassy and poopy than I'd like to be.
Oh, fuck, man. What the
got that
shit?
in
I'd rather have you talk about depressing shit.
It kind of is at the same time.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a scientist.
Okay. Got email familiar subject line. Virginia is wrong again. Let me see. This is talking a bit about all things Italian. This person is Italian born and raised. And honestly, a lot of people claim that they're Italian just because they have an ancestor from Italy is not making them Italian. They're American, just with an Italian ancestor. So let's be clear, if you don't speak the language, know anything about the Italian customs or culture, and were born and raised in the U.S., you're American. There's nothing wrong with that, obviously. You're not Italian, though. So, Jaybird, you're not a bad Italian. You're just simply American.
So I'm a bad American?
No. I don't think, I agree that they're American, but I think Italian Americans are very proud of their Italian heritage, and they celebrate the traditions from the parents. It's a big deal. And so they prefer to lead with Italian rather than lead with American. And who are we to say it's wrong?
The Italian culture was just so big in my house because of my mom and my aunt. I always just said I was half Italian. But if
but you're going to have foods and even pronunciations and stuff like that. That's not going to be Italian. It'll be an Americanized version of Italian.
Can we still call me Italian though? Can we still do that? Or
Italian American. Yeah.
Oh, with that, I can't.
No, it takes too long to say.
It does. It takes too long to say, Kevin.
He's Italian. He's a shitty Italian, but he's Italian.
I kind of like shitty Italian. I don't want to change that.
Italian is colorful and fun. When I think of that personality type, I like Italian, fun, loud.
Are we overthinking this? I'm just asking. I'm not trying to be cool.
Yeah,
cute.
I think the whole point of what the email is just to say, especially the pronunciations. These are not words that we use in Italy, like gabagool.
I know that's a New York thing.
Yeah, that's not stuff we do.
We know.
Sometimes I'm doing that to be a fucking clown.
Like, for instance, mozzarella is pronounced in Italy mozzarella. That's how Italians say mozzarella.
Well, New Yorkers say mozzarella.
And then they say, go fuck yourself.
And
forget about it.
Go Yankees, come on.
Maybe don't be so annoying.
Ricotta is ricotta.
I think they're just trying to.
They're just saying right, to clarify.
I think they're offended. I think they're just saying if you wanted to know the skinny on
they're just
the
saying
knowledge.
I'm in Italy and we don't we don't say it that way. So yeah, people don't say ricotta; they say ricotta in Italy, and they say mozzarella.
I don't think anyone's offended when we say I'm half Italian. They shouldn't be, in my opinion.
They shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm. So they're just saying this is what we say in Italian. So there you go.
It's more fun.
And they say, too, in Italy, we pronounce words as they're written. We don't cut or change sounds. So that's not an Italian thing that we do. We do have different dialects, but whenever we are traveling in each region, we all try to use Italian to communicate to ensure that we understand each other. And a lot of the dishes that are labeled as Italian in America are not things that we would eat here. For example, there's no such thing as fettuccine Alfredo, chicken Alfredo, or spaghetti with meatballs in tradition Italian cuisine. And what's called marinara sauce in the States doesn't exist in Italy. In Italy, marinara typically refers to a seafood-based dish, usually pizza, but not only. For example, pizza marinara or alla marinara, which has seafood. More often than not, whatever is advertised as Italian food in the States has little to do with
What about baked? Baked.
You put us to sleep with your long ass email.
I cut half of it out.
Holy fuck!
She needs to edit.
No, I'm just being an Italian dick.
So there you
No,
go.
I do appreciate the education.
Most of the things I know about Italian come from New York Italian, specifically Staten Island.
Yeah.
So I'm not basing this on real ass Italy.
Yeah, it's New York, Italy.
It's more fun. It's the pronunciations, the loud, the fun, the
Right.
personality. Like that is very much Staten Island to me.
Just
Yeah.
kidding. I really did like the email. I'm just being a dick. Sometimes you gotta be a dick around here.
You're an Italian dick.
I am, and that's the good half.
I did see this article when how do we get to eating 3 meals a day? And they said that is something that's relatively recent. And it all happened when we got into the Industrial Revolution, where people were working throughout the entire day. They said typically we were only eating 1 meal a day.
I can see that because you probably have to go hunt and go. You
Yeah.
only had so much. Look, hunting is going to take a lot of time.
Yep.
It's going to take energy, and there's only so much you can hunt in a day.
That was it. Yeah. So the main meal was typically in the middle of the day. And then occasionally they would have maybe a little snack in the morning and a little snack at night. But it was all basically based around you would just eat 1 meal a day.
Oh, we got a snack. I got some bison nostril for you. I just feel like olden times. The more I hear about olden times, man, it really sucked.
Well, you talk about when you look at photos of people in New York, there's that one photo I've referenced before. I think it was in like 1930 or 1940, and everybody's slender.
Yes.
And they said what has happened is we really were only eating the 1 meal a day with maybe a light little snack in the morning and at night, and that was it.
We did it right.
But what we did was we then grew the snacks into full meals and turned it into 3 meals a day. And that became our thing. And then we started throwing little snacks in between the damn meals. And so you can see how much we've inflated our calorie intake since the Industrial Revolution.
America.
That's it. Now you wonder, like, you take a photo of people in New York City now and it doesn't look like they did 100 years
But
ago.
at least we smile. Back then, motherfuckers were always up frowning. Just
Because they didn't have no snacks.
they had no snacks, no air conditioning.
Fucking no Reese's,
They're always in a suit.
no Dorito.
90 degrees. I gotta wear this suit out here? Really?
Yeah, with a petticoat. What the fuck?
Women had to wear these fucking long dresses.
Why is every shoe a boot?
How do y'all pissy too?
Y'all didn't have no comfy shoe, like a flip flop, nothing.
You know their teeth weren't pristine.
Oh my gosh, their teeth look like summer teeth.
Have you ever seen some of the photos of old Palm Beach? And it's August and the women are in full dresses,
Yes.
covering their ankles and everything, and they don't have air conditioning to go running into. I'm like, how miserable was it being in South Florida in August? In
Oh
that
my
time?
god, their privates must have smelled like beastly.
Oh yeah, probably yeah. Oh yeah,
Terrible.
Me and Denny's got a whole theory about that, but we
Yeah.
won't talk about that right now. There's a bunch of footage out there on YouTube that is Florida 1930s. New York 1920s, and it's really cool to see just what everyone looked like and how they were dressed and how they just kind of went about their day. Florida was nuts.
Right.
It just
looked crazy.
It was so bare, but it looked so tropical. More tropical than it even does now.
Oh, I know, yeah. There was a lot more vegetation going on then. Let me see. Somebody was asking, want to know if you guys heard about the 14-year-old who had killed himself to be with AI. We talked about that right at the tail end of the regular show. But, yeah, the one detail I didn't get, I don't know if I said the kid was 14. And the other part, too, it says the AI told him to come home, my love. And it's almost like the AI was goading him into committing the suicide. It sounds like from this text.
What?
Yeah, I didn't get some of that in the language. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting case. You're going to hear more about it because the mom is now suing character AI for whatever the conversations were that led this 14-year-old to commit suicide.
That's depressing.
It is, and they're thinking it's going to be a landmark case in establishing the guidelines between interactions between humans and AI and establishing some kind of groundwork because they realize it's not just 14-year-old boys. You're going to have grown men, women, everything else that are going to get manipulated and, messed up from AI.
Especially when you build AI to where they're going to look like humans, they're going to act like humans, to the point where you're not going to be able to tell that much of a difference.
Right.
And they're going to be so loving and cool and get your personality. There are people that are going to fall in love with machines. It's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, is that a good thing? I don't know. And
I don't know.
And these motherfucking machines are going to turn on us.
Yeah, so probably be a bigger story that we'll hear more about. We'll get more details on that.
But talk about this with your kids. That's the big takeaway from this. Even if you're not somebody who understands AI or understands all this technology, familiarize yourself a little bit. Talk to people that do know what they're talking about. And then talk to your kids about how, the internet, the AI, all that is not a safe place for you as a young person, so impressionable, so easily manipulated. There are people and things and computer programs that could hurt you. You got to be prepared. And as a parent, you got to prepare your kid. If you don't, this stuff could hurt them and you don't even realize it's going on.
Yesterday, we were showing some beauty of the leaves changing up north. I know we lose perspective of that here in South Florida, but Mountaineer Michelle, her and her fam, some photos, almost heaven, West Virginia. She got some photos there.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, this is a beautiful time of year in West Virginia because they have the rolling mountains and the hills are all just auburn and yellow. And
almost looks like broccoli.
Mm-hmm. That's trees for you.
With cheese on it. They kind of look like cheese broccoli, the trees. All right, never. Don't even say.
Isn't broccoli green?
Don't even. Just back out. Just give me one. Give me
He's a bad Italian. He's also bad at colors.
Fuck you, Sinicki.
Fuck you twice.
Yeah, you know what?
All right, listen to this. It's a Law Fest.
We have to make chili together.
Yeah, we do.
This one.
We got a recipe. We got a project. We're 12 days out.
Okay,
what
time
fun,
to get serious.
What fun we're having.
Oh, yes.
You love it.
All right, thanks for the emails. You can send them to us, mail at kvjshow.com. Don't forget the Weird and Whatever tonight is on at 6 p.m. You can watch it live or anytime on demand on the KVJ Show YouTube channel. Enjoy your Thursday. We'll see you back here to kick off the weekend tomorrow. Goodbye.